You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
No way.
Oh! From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC Poland recap, Bellator 185 recapped, smashed up faces, Machida versus Brunson fight week with the MMA-Holes. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Guys, what's going on? Welcome, family, friends, everyone. I hope everyone's sexy and swole today on a Monday. It is Monday. It's exciting. It's exciting to be here. Another week has begun. Everyone get excited about Mondays over here because the MMA-Holes are live. The MMA-Holes are live with the MMA-Holes Hour. That's right, the MMA-Holes Hour. 10, 22, 17. We are here. We are live, and this is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
For today's show, we have a lot of things to talk about. There are disgusting faces on my thumbnail. We'll probably get demonetized for this, but what else is new? So I decided to push the boundaries because this all happened this weekend. 2 fight cards and destruction. Faces mangled and mutilated. Absolutely out of control. Almost, you can't even look at it. And the one face that's most bashed of all is a beautiful woman's face. Badasses. All 3 badasses, smashed faces. And what do? They do this, they compete for us knuckleheads over here, the MMA-Holes. That's right. So this is exciting. I'm here, I'm live, you're live, and it's wonderful, wonderful. This is the MMA-Holes Hour. We go head-to-head with Ariel Helwani. This is a chat room over here where all the fooks get together and they say whatever the fuck they want because they're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Everyone is ready to have a good time today. If you're ready to have a good time today, hit me with the ones in the chat. Madolo is here, says Artem got robbed. Gary Banjo Sandwich just gives one wonderful. Kanshiro Ryud, Mad Samurai, Frank Pavan, Filthy George, oh my God. Tim F. as well. Brian Reuters here too. Says it's hard going on at noon. You got to compete with Alex Jones and Ariel's shitty, boring show. Well, this show is the anti-show. This is the anti-MMA show. The show of all shows. The sexiest show on YouTube, the MMA-Holes. And inside that tip jar, we already have 42 likes. We already have 42 likes, and we just got started today. So let's like the shit out of this. Let's beat Ariel Helwani's like count and smash the shit out of the like button. 42 already. Frank Pavan's pumped up. Kenshiro Ryu. George has an L and then a 1. Michael Anzalone says, yeah, that is fucked up. I only saw the side of her face. The front is terrible. Michael Anzalone's pumped up too. Brian Rogers pumped up. Mad Samurai's a 7. Thug Rose looks... is the bully from Toy Story.
Wonderful, wonderful.
42 likes. Let's play the song. Everybody, let's dance on a Monday. Take your cocks out.
I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes.
I've got
10 likes.
fuck you dislikes.
I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I've got 10 likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
There he is. Brady Ferguson's here as well. And Brady Ferguson dances every time there are 10 more likes. So every time we get 10 likes, we'll make that man dance today on a wonderful, wonderful Monday afternoon over here. What time is it by you guys? It is 1:08. That's right. We are going live against Ariel Helwani show, and we don't give a fook over here. There is a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm going to waste no time. Okay? On the MMA-Holes, I may waste no time because this is the MMA-Holes Hour where we get to the point. And we have... Topics. Everybody sing. Topics. That's exciting. That is some serious production right there. Topics with an X. That's right. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Conor McGregor calls Feely a and runs around the UFC Poland cage. That's right, UFC Poland happened this weekend, and Conor McGregor decided to be the extra corner man and run around the Poland cage. And he was sitting there giving Artem advice, and Artem Lobov was on his back taking the advice, and the ref stops the fight, and he's like, no, hold on. Conor, do you hear me? And Conor's like, listen, can you move? Can you leave? We cannot have this happen because there is your corner, there is their corner, and there's not the McGregor corner. So can you take your Irish ass and move it over there? And he goes, and he moves. Watching Conor McGregor run around that cage like he owns the place, run around UFC Poland like he owns the place, I'm sure the Conor haters are going to hate that. They're going to think it's ridiculous. But Kenshiro Ryu says Conor runs Poland MMA, and it's ridiculous. I mean, listen, I think it's funny. I think the circus of Conor is hysterical. And I am not a WWE person, but this had a very WWE feel. I forgot what fight was going on, but one of the fights were going on during the preliminaries, and Conor waltzes in, and the cameras kind of go to Conor, and Conor's like saluting the crowd with his fucking scotch in his hand, and he's just looking around, laughing, and smiling, and his people just beating the fuck out of each other. Everyone's paying attention to Conor McGregor in Poland. Now, good job by Conor to actually go and back your man Artem, because Artem has been showing up at these fights over and over and over again without Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor always has him in his corner. So if they're buddies, why not be there for him? But Conor doesn't go into his corner. Conor makes his own fucking corner, takes his suit, and he goes his own corner over there. So we'll be discussing that in depth later on. But it was funny. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a little disrespectful. I could see that. But yeah, Conor McGregor ran around the cage like he owned UFC Poland. Dana White calls out fans, right? And he says, crying fucking pussies. That's what Dana White says. I'll pull it up for you guys. Let's see, where is it? In the MMA-Holes living room over here. Let's get a little closer. And this living room is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Also, I have to bring up that Conor did say, he did call touchy-feely a faggot. And we will discuss that. All right, I know that word, this word here, is a sensitive topic, a sensitive word. When I was a kid, that's what we would all call each other. It would be a joke, It's just like the word midget and these other words, like they're very offensive in certain situations. And, I understand how people could be offended. I just don't understand the word faggot. I kind of don't get that one. That one... What is it really? I mean, it's what is offensive about it? It's like a gay slang, I guess. I mean, I have no problem with gay people. I find that, I mean, maybe if gay people, if there's a gay person in the chat wants to call in and explain why it is offensive, I would completely take that call. But it's just a word. I mean, when it comes down to it, if someone calls me a ginger, I mean, like I said before, I am a Walmart ginger because I'm not full blown ginger, but I'm kind of there with the red beard. People calling me a ginger, I'm like, oh my god, you call me a ginger. I'm gonna fucking off myself now. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't get it. Like they're words. Why do people get so offended by words? Well, speaking of offensive words, you have Dana White, who's the top dog at the UFC over there, and he decides to fucking spew AIDS out of his mouth. And Dana White, after the Till Cowboy fight, and the Till Cowboy fight, you can see the top right corner. That is Till's hand going into Cowboy's mush, smashing his face in. We'll talk about that in a sec. But Jesus Christ, I mean, what a brutal finish in that fight. Maybe a brutal finish for Cowboy, who knows? But I think he'll be back. But regardless, that's that. Dana White responds on Twitter, and it's on Instagram and blah blah blah. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, you pussies. This kid just put on an unbelievable performance against a fucking legend and badass motherfucker in Cowboy Cerrone. When fighters step in, they win or they lose. Cowboy has been on both sides and showed total class as usual," and praised Darren Till. "You people," what do you mean you people? "You people on social media are the biggest crying fucking pussies I have ever seen. I love Cowboy." Ooh. It's Dana White. He loves Cowboy. Oh, whoops. He fought and lost tonight. It happens. So shut the fuck up. That is Dana White. That's what Dana White said on social media. I mean, very classy. Doug McGuire says, but you don't have a soul. That is true. Gingers don't have souls. I'm so offended. I'm so offended, Doug. Oh, my God. I'm going to shut the stream down and cry now. It's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. I mean, can't everyone just have a sense of humor, for God's sakes? But look at this quote by Dana White. Now, I mean, listen. This, this is the face of the UFC. Dana White. Just look at this thing. Did he get drunk and just throw it out there? Now, credit to Dana White for not giving a fuck. Because we don't give a fuck over here. So credit to Dana White for not giving a fuck. But, I mean, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this statement over here? Apparently they thought, like, Dana White was throwing Cowboy under the bus. Here's his Instagram over here. Now, look. Before the fight, here he is, Cowboy Cerrone. Here's a picture of Cowboy smiling. This is before his face was smashed in by Till. All right. Main card starts now on UFC Fight Pass. Cerrone versus Till. Okay. And he doesn't show Till. He shows Cerrone. All right. And then this is the next picture. And it's a great picture, by the way. Whoever caught this picture, fucking fantastic job. It's a great shot. Here's Till dropping a right from hell. All the veins are popping out of his fucking arm as he's pushing Cowboy's face and rearranging it with one fist. But you could see over here, Cowboy's face is fucking mangled. I mean, mangled. Look at it up top here. His nose is broken. And I mean, that is just a brutal shot over there. That is an absolutely brutal shot by Darren Till. And I guess fans are upset because, you know, such class from the president of the UFC. Part of the reason I don't watch that shit anymore. Like, look right over here. I mean, this is what he's responding to, Dana White. Such class from the president of the UFC. Part of the reason I don't watch that shit anymore. I used to buy every event. What is wrong with people? Like, who gives? We're watching men and women get in a fucking cage and beat the living shit out of each other. That's what we're watching. Some people are Some people are fapping to it. But that's what we're watching here. When did we get sensitive with MMA too? Like, when did we get... These are people that, yes, they're competing. They're athletes. But they step in a cage and they're just fucking each other up. And you're worried about class? Come on, guys. We're watching people... We're watching human cockfighting. All right? There's respect between these fighters and everything like that. Dana White's a promoter. And he's doing his job. I'm not one to defend Dana White here, you know, in a situation, but in this situation, I will defend Dana White. I don't get it. But then Dana White comes out all autistic with this weird fucking comment. Like, I mean, he must have just did a couple of shots, got all mangled, and just threw his tweet out there. Credit to never deleting his tweets or anything like that. Dana White doesn't do that. He just lets it sit there. And he lets it sink in to everyone's eyeballs. That's what Dana White does. Let's see what the chat thinks about this. I'm actually a little curious about this. Hey, Game Plays is back. What's up? I think trannies are disgusting. Okay. That's good. Samurai takes showers with his dog, says Darren Till. Till fucking his face hard, says Filthy George. I jumped on the Till bandwagon. We're going to talk about that. About the UFC Poland card. And the Bellator 185 card. And Brunson Machida fight week as well. But yeah, let's slowly weasel our way into UFC Poland as we check out these comments over here. Platinum Perry will shut Till up. Platinum Perry, another one. All right, let's look at the card. UFC Poland, that's this weekend. Here we go. UFC Poland over here. Darren Till versus Cowboy Cerrone. Let's just do a quick run through over here, okay? And Tim F wants to know if we could get a bikini pic on Instagram. He's taking requests with Jessie Belle Hill. The moderator's here. What's up, moderator? I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. What did Dana White say to piss him off? I had to let the dog out. Well, Brian Roger, I'm not going to read the whole thing again, but here it is. He's basically telling everyone to shut the fuck up and calling and people pussies. Crying fucking pussies. That's what Dana White is calling them. So, now, let the dog back in. All right, so here we go. Donald Cerrone, Darren Till, interesting stuff. Let's backtrack a little bit. I want to just touch on some things here that kind of stand out for me, okay? This fight over here, sick fight. Right off the bat, the first fight of the preliminaries. Josh Emmett from New York comes in, throwing bombs the first round. Second round, he kind of took off, but look at his domination in the first round. Rocked him 4 times. Philip Arantes was hitting the canvas 4 times, literally 4 times. They were like, oh, maybe he's pulling, guard. But no, Josh Emmett was fucking dropping bombs. At 145, he dropped weight classes, comes down. Second round, it looked like he kind of took off a little bit, and Felipe Arantes started finding his range and was doing his thing. But I think what happened here was Josh Emmett was preparing for the third round, was holding himself back, saving his energy, came back in the third round and got the win. Regardless, it was a great fight. It really was a fun fight to watch, and keep an eye on Josh Emmett at 145. Aspen Ladd, okay, had a tough first round against Lena Landsberg, okay? And Lena Landsberg was doing her thing. Owned her in the first round. Really good job in the clinch, those knees to the body over and over and over again. Look at his 36 significant strikes out of 45 strikes. But then in the second round, Landsberg gets dropped to the floor. Aspen Ladd gets on top, listens to her corner, and just fucking mutilates Lena Landsberg and gets the win. TKO. Aspen Ladd comes over, young girl. She's actually really young. I think she's 20. Let's see, a lot of promise. Only 22 years old. This girl, she can be a player over here in the UFC. And a nice first performance by her. Gets on top, and the weird thing was I was a little aroused when Aspen Ladd got on top, because when she got on top, she was just fucking dropping bombs, and she's like, until she could finish the job. That's right. Just, like grunting and shit, Serena Williams style, as she was just beating the fuck out of Lena Landsberg, and she gets the win. All right, we go into the next one over here. Winner decision. We could go past that one over here. Boom. Feely versus Lobov. Now, this fight over here was like slapped in the middle of the preliminaries, and Artem Lobov, the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time, right?
Lick my balls.
No. Wrong one. Yeah. Artem Lobov, the GOAT. Conor McGregor agrees. And, he comes in, Mr. 500. And, listen, he was moving forward. Feely gets on top and did what he had to do to win. Grinded out a win and kept on dragging him down and doing some work. So Feely did a good job on Artem Lobov there. All right. Artem was the one that was kind of pushing the pace the whole fight. But Feely was, he was efficient and he did what he had to do to win. So you can't kill Feely for the fight. He won. But here's the controversy with this fight over here is the whole thing, like I said in the beginning, about Conor McGregor running around the cage, being the extra corner man, and calling Feely a faggot. All right? He was calling Feely a faggot. He's like, it's okay, Artem. He's a faggot anyway. And he says it twice. And I don't know. And then I'm hearing some people are saying, well, they should fine him. They should fine McGregor for saying these things. Let's take a vote. Let me take a vote in the chat right now. I mean, this chat room is a pretty forgiving group because we're all a bunch of wackos. We all don't give a fuck over here. But I want to know from you guys. Thanks, Chris. I had to turn my volume down for that. Says Kane plays. So that's okay. Sorry about that. What the? Were you at work or something? Is that why? Let me know right now in the chat. What do you think? It's like listening. I used to have to do it with the Howard Stern show. I would be driving around in my delivery truck, and I would have Howard Stern blasting, and he would have like girls riding the Sibian. And yeah. What do you guys think about Conor McGregor? Okay, saying the word. Let me know right now, guys, in the chat. Should he be fined? Should he get into trouble for saying something like this? Running around the cage or anything like that? Should the UFC do something about this? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. I think it's ridiculous that we're even talking about this. But yeah. Why did he call him a fag? Says Uhtred. I don't know. I think, listen, I don't know. I mean, judging by the appearance, you could say, hey, anything's possible if touchy-feely, okay? But Conor was just being a dude. I think that's what he was doing. I think he was just trying to, I don't know. I think he was just, trying to help his buddy out, Artem, kind of make him feel better. He's like, he's a faggot anyway, and, let's just move on. I don't know. I think that was just like bro talk. I don't think it was a big deal. Brian Roy just says, who cares if Conor said, fags these days, you can't fucking say Newton, says Brian Royer. What's it matter, says Kane Plays. I mean, right? I mean, what's the big deal? Who gives a flying fist fuck? Says Brady Ferguson. Daryl says no. AJ1P5 says who the fuck cares? Daryl says no. Autumn lost, so that makes Autumn look worse. So Kane plays, you're saying Autumn's a faggot. Kenshiro Ryu says Frank Pavon, yes, Feely is a pussy for humping and didn't even try to submit or finish. He was just holding Autumn down for the points. Yeah, I mean, he did what he had to do to win, right? He did what he had to do within the rules of mixed martial arts. So I can't kill the guy. Do I want to watch that shit? No. You know, I mean, Autumn was coming to fucking swing, but Feely was like, I don't want to fucking trade with this dude. So he kept taking him down and easily took him down. Autumn said after the fight that he, those are his losses. People trying to drag him down to the floor. And then Autumn says, well, maybe I'll try out boxing. And they asked, would you fight Paulie Malignaggi? He's like, yeah, I'd fucking fight Paulie Malignaggi. If Paulie Malignaggi wants to fight me, I'll fight him. What's going on? I don't know. Like, what is going on with this fucking weird world that we live in? Where now Artem Lobov is saying, man, maybe I won't retire. I'll just go over to boxing and fight Paulie Malignaggi. What? I don't know. It's just fucking weird. Anyway, let's move on from Artem Lobov, because when you look at it, it is Artem Lobov. I think he's funny. I think he's the Chuck Norris of the UFC. That's what I think he is. I think the Artem Lobov jokes are fucking hysterical. I think the word is not a big deal. I mean, maybe if someone schools me on why it is a big deal, I would understand. I mean, I kind of understand the N-word, you know, so I don't say it. I get it. Now, if someone was to open my eyes and say, hey, is a terrible thing, you shouldn't say that, then I would stop saying it, you know, if someone could convince me. But right now, I don't understand. I don't think any word should be off limits, to be honest. They're just words. Everyone should just grow up. All right, here we go. As I'm playing the soundbite. Sam Alvey versus Amiv. Okay, Sam Alvey just got fucking shit on. Even though you see these total strikes and significant, and it looks close over here. It wasn't close. He got destroyed. Move along. Here we go. KO TKO right over here. Brian Kelleher is here to stay. Nice performance by him. We're going to slip through over here too. Winner decision. Okay. Marcin Hell gets his first win in the UFC. Slip over here as well. Another decision over here. Oscar Poker. He did good. Oscar did really, really good in this fight and got a decision. Keep an eye on balling on him. He's 10-0-0. Has not lost a fight yet. My boy Devin Clark. Let's just talk about this for a second over here. Devin Clark. Let me take a sip of my coffee before I get this going. That's some good fucking coffee. That's some good fucking coffee. It's good.
That's it. Yeah, good.
Good fucking coffee. You're watching the MMA-Holes Hour. We are countering Ariel Helwani because we don't give a fook over here. Devin Clark came on the MMA-Holes on Fight Week. He came on. He called in from Poland. It was awesome to have him on. Devin was doing good. And then all of a sudden, here's the first round over here. I mean, listen, it was close, okay? He was fighting a way bigger man. You know, he's a little small for, you know, the 205 weight class. But, I mean, he was fast. He was fast on his feet, sticking and moving. Second round happens, and he gets caught in a choke while he was standing up. Jan Blachowicz, in front of his home country, grabs Devin Clark by the neck and strangles him. And poor Devin Clark, the faces he was making, I mean, he was just like, all right, get me the fuck out of here. He just got caught. It was a weird submission, you know, standing up and getting choked out like that. But when you're fighting a guy that much bigger, I guess it's easier to pull something like that off. Devin Clark takes the L, and so do the MMA-Holes. Carolina comes in, and they ask her, hey, how do you feel about your victory? She won a decision against Jody Escobar. And she's like, it was fucking fantastic. She loved it. She thought it was fucking fantastic. So she gets the win. She needed that win in the worst way you could tell. But look at this. She can strike. All right, the first round is closer on stats than it really was. Carolina definitely won that round. 29-29. 64 strikes to 20. 51 significant to 19. And the third round, just running her shit, man. This girl could throw. She can strike. There's no question that she can't strike. She stuffed the takedown. I think did she get a takedown? I'm almost positive. Yeah, she got a takedown in the second round. So she even got a takedown out of this whole fucking thing. Daryl says, I feel Devin Clark made black people look bad with getting choked while standing. Like, what the fuck? It's just the curse of the MMA-Holes. It's just the curse of the fucking MMA-Holes. What are you going to do? All right, and then here we go. Before we get into this fight over here, I mean, and there is a lot of stuff to talk about in this fight. We have 10 more likes. 50 likes on a Monday? Holy shit. Let's make this man dance for likes. Brady Ferguson, let's go.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes.
Fuck you.
Dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
There we go. Brady Ferguson with the dancing. And he's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Frank Pavon says, man, she old news now. You're talking about Carolina. Carolina is 32, I think, years old, if I'm not mistaken. Keep liking the shit out of this so you can play that annoying song. I'm not sure how Carolina is. I think she's 32 or 33. 32 years old. Yeah. So, hey, she is 32 years old. You know, her and JJ, there's rumblings that, you know, how many more fights could they have left in them? When she fought JJ the first time, that I still feel was JJ's toughest fight, man. Carolina brought it to JJ, man. That was a great fight. I would love to see her get back in there. I mean, she took a massive L her last fight before this one, but I mean, she came back. She didn't look super impressive. I mean, she just dominated on the feet. But I mean, I don't know. Carolina, she's had some damn good fights, man. And let's see if she has one more run in her. Cerrone versus Till. Okay, let's talk about it. Frank Pavon, hold that, puff that chest out, Frank. Frank called it, says Darren Till is the real deal. And Darren Till did work. Now, Cowboy Cerrone has been fighting at 155 for a long time. Then decides to go to 170 and goes on a crazy run over there at 170. Doing his thing. Looks good at 170, right? Let's look at what we got over here. I think it was Cowboy. So he loses to Rafael dos Anjos for the belt, right? But before that, he went on this crazy winning streak, all right? Loses for the belt and is like, fuck it, I'm going to 170. Had enough. Caught this beating over here. I'm going to go to 170. And ironically, dos Anjos kind of chases him back over there. He wants to whoop his ass at 170 now. But anyway, he comes to 170 and knocks off 4 in a row at 170. Like, ridiculously convincing at 170. Now let's look at the guys. Alex Oliveira, which I thought was very shocking because he submitted him in the first round. Didn't see that one coming. Patrick Cote, well, there you go. Round 3 put him away. Rick Story, round 2 put him away. Matt Brown, round 3 put him away. All vicious shit, man. All vicious shit going on here. Cowboy was fucking mowing people down at 170. Then he hits a little bit of a problem. Fights a Jorge Masvidal, who really, realistically beat him in the first round. He stumbled into the second round, and Masvidal just beat the fuck out of him. Like, literally beat the fuck out of Cerrone. He bounced back against Robbie Lawler. And honestly, I thought he won that fight. Robbie versus Cowboy. I did. You even look at the unofficial stats. It was in favor of Cowboy. But they gave it to Robbie Lawler. It is what it is. Then comes to Darren Till, young stud. And Darren Till, he's just too big. He really is. At 170, he's just too big. But not only that he's too big, the guy's fast. He's powerful. He's accurate. He's a southpaw. He sounds like Conor McGregor. That's what everyone's comparing him to right now. Everyone's like, oh my God. It's like an oversized Conor McGregor over here. Now, he does have this swag. The trash talking is not the exact same as Conor, but when it comes down to how he fights, he does have that style. Here's what I'm going to say about Darren Till. All right. I wasn't a believer before of Darren Till, but I'm a believer now. I think Darren Till is a big player at 170, especially at his age. The kid is only 24 years old, for God's sakes. He's only 24 years old, and he's just getting better. The reason why I'm not comparing him to a guy like Conor McGregor is because when you look at his previous fights, I did watch all of his fights before. Decision, and this one was a draw. And this first one was very impressive when he first came into the UFC. Very, very impressive. But then it was like a decision party. When Conor came in, he was just mowing people down. Now, I don't know if it's what he has been lined up against. Maybe his matchups were a little more difficult. I don't know. But regardless, he was a decision machine. Now he faces a guy like Cowboy Cerrone and comes in there and mows him down. Goes in against the number 6 guy and mows him down. I'm curious if the pound-for-pound rankings You know what? That's what I want to see right now. Let's see the pound for pound. Hold on a second. Let's see. UFC. Yeah, what's PUFC? What the fuck is that? Fuck. UFC rankings. I'm curious to see something here because let's see. I want to see if they ranked him yet. I didn't look. All right, so Donald Cerrone's still sitting at 6. It's still exactly the same. So I think on Wednesday, maybe when we do our Wednesday show, we'll see what the new rankings are. I wish they did update this after the weekend. But where do you think Till sits over here? You have an unranked guy fighting a number 6 guy. I mean, Minion McGrogden, I spoke to him, friend of the show. He says, well, look what happened with Justin Gaethje. He comes into the UFC, beats Michael Johnson, and boom, he's number 5. The difference here is Darren Till has been fighting in the UFC already. He's got some fights under his belt, you know. Do you just throw him into the 6th spot over here? Knock out Mike Perry? Or, I mean, right over here, Dong Hyun Kim, he could fucking take an L. He could get the fuck out of there as well. But do you throw him at number 6 and you're passing all these guys at Covington, Condit, Ponzinibbio, Magny, okay. But Usman, who's getting the shaft? Like, where do you put Darren Till? Would you rank him, yes or no? And if so, where would you put him? That's what I want to know. Now, I'm a believer of Darren Till. All right? I'm a believer of Darren Till. After that last fight, he's on a winning streak, and what he did to Cowboy Cerrone, I'm a believer. The reason why I'm not completely sold that he's just going to run and grab a belt is because Cowboy Cerrone belongs, if he could make 155, 155, but 165, if that division existed, Cowboy Cerrone belongs at 165. Like, that would be the Cowboy Cerrone division over there. 170, I don't know if he's got the size for 170. And Till rearranged his face. So let's see what the chat room says. But I'm thinking rank Till, but he's got to be towards the bottom. I mean, somewhere around, I would like swap Till for like Kim or some shit like that. Maybe drop things around over here. I can't throw him at 6, you know. I just can't do it yet. So I'm curious. I wouldn't want to have that job to rank these fighters, but you can't have them skip the line that far. Let's see what the chat room says. Mike Perry fucks them all up, says Filthy George. Mike Perry, by the way. Did you hear the Mike Perry squeal? I got to find that. Hold on a second. I'm going to find that real quick. There's a Mike Perry squeal at the weigh-ins. Hold on. Let's see. Mike Perry. Squeal. Scream. All right. Listen to this shit. All right, guys. You ready for this? Now, this is no joke. This is Mike Perry stepping on the scale. Okay? This is Mike Perry stepping on the scale and screaming. Now, listen closely.
Right here, Mike. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah!
171.
Right here, Mike. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah!
That's Mike Perry.
Ah!
171.
Right here, Mike. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah!
171.
Right here.
Hold on. Mike Perry. Ready, guys? We're going to do it one more time. You guys ready? You guys, the squeal. Oh, God. The goat squeal. That's what George is calling it. But here we go. Daryl says put him at 16 or 17 for Till. Fuck Magny off and put Till at 10. All right, Frank, I'm with you on that one. Use that soundbite, please. I might have to. Might fucking have to. Ah! And look at his face. And that's the face he makes. Imagine, do you think when he comes he makes that face? Here we go, one more time. Oh, the Mike Perry squeal. No, I'm a fan of Mike Perry, man. I'm a fan of Mike Perry. I think he's awesome. I want to get him on the show. Maybe we're not going to get him on the show now, but the guy is like a vicious motherfucker. And it's like, okay, Mike Perry, flex to the cameras. Ah! Oh, God. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Fucking Mike Perry. Mike Perry is definitely the GOAT. Is that a goat squeal or what? Was Mike Perry kidding around since Michael Anzalone? No, he wasn't. Well, he just made weight. I don't know. Frank Pavon says that's a soundbite. It looks like you guys really want that to be a soundbite. Hit me with the ones if you want that to be a soundbite. The goat scream, the goat squeal. I'm running out of room on my board for soundbites. I'm gonna have to rearrange things in here and move things around. But I might have to put that there. The Mike Perry, the goat cry. I can laugh at that every fucking time. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, so that's Mike Perry doing his goat scream. All right, so Till, the real deal. That's the question. We're not sure if Till is the real deal, but I think he's very good. He's a contender. And knocking off the number 6 fighter at 170, Darren Till is here to stay, and he's only 24 years old. I'm very much so looking forward to Darren Till. See what's next for Darren Till. Michael Anzalone says yes. You got to do it. Frank says yes. Get another board, says Frank. Kane Plays says, yeah, you got to do it. Goat, says Filthy George. Doug McGuire says, yeah, do it. DeReal. Oh, you guys want it. King's Your Mother's Ring says yes. The pig squeak. This is Gary Banjo Sandwich. One getting a new board. I do need to fucking expand my soundboard. You got to see what I use for a soundboard over here. It's kind of ghetto, actually. I have like fancy shit over here, fancy studio. But my soundboard, I'm probably going to fuck things up. Well, let me show you. This is my soundboard. See this? This is an old tablet. Actually, it looks like the tablet that you guys are reading from right now, your chat room. This is an old tablet, and what I did was I downloaded an app. You can't even update this tablet. You can't even put the new Android on it. It's like a dinosaur. It's a Toshiba tablet. And I didn't want to invest in fucking a big, gigantic sound thing. I just don't want to fucking invest in it. I invested in a beautiful mic and a computer and these lighting and the sound wall, you know, all that stuff over here. But I mean, it gets a little pricey. So if I have stuff that will work, this works. But I think I'm going to have to get something a little bit bigger over here. So that might be the next investment. So these donations over here will be going towards something like that. Right? And then we could add this to the soundboard.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, God, I can listen to that shit all day. I can listen to that shit all day. Even Robbie couldn't put Cerrone out in round 1 like that. Says Kinshiro Ryu. Robin Uli says, yeah, make it, please. Oh, my fucking God, my protein shake all up in my nose and all over my kitchen, says Bad Samurai. If you guys are new to this shit, we're the MMA-Holes, and this is what we capitalize on. We capitalize on moments like this. We capitalize on shit like that. These poor fighters, they're starving. They're trying to make weight. And here I am just making fun of how they're screaming. Hello from Dublin. I'm a sick little puppy today. Vomiting bug, says Alan Byrne. Well, I hope you get better. Alan Byrne, I have a question for you. I have an Adam Byrne that is on Instagram. And then there's Alan Byrne, both from Ireland. Are you the same person? I can't figure it out. And Alan, I am going to be sending out the wristbands. By the way, I'm going to the post office today. I'm sending out the wristbands. Darth Bane, where the fuck are you? I need your address. But send it to me today, man, because I'm going to be sending them out. Some of those wristbands. And you could see this. Marlyn Lane got her wristband. Hold on, let's see. She sent out a nice little tweet or a nice little Instagram post that I screenshotted like a creep. Where is it? Go at the MMA-Holes. Boom, right over here. At the MMA-Holes is my social media. Go over there, check that out. And let's see. Where's Marlyn Lane? It's in tweets and replies. You would think I would understand how to run Twitter by now. But here we go. Marlyn Lane dropping in. Look at that. She's got the wonderful, wonderful wristband over there. Thanks to my friend Chris from the MMA-Holes for this. Check him out on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time for MMA and news. She forgot to put in fun and sexy beards. But yeah, Marlyn Lane is rocking the wristband over there. And I'm going to be sending some more wristbands out today. Thank you to Frank Pavon. When we were doing the Pervert Cameraman donation, I said I will send out some wristbands to you guys. These wristbands over here. It's funny. I went to the Pigeon's house on my second channel for the football game yesterday, and everyone was just fucking stealing my wristbands. I'll have him at the meetup as well, so you can get some there too. Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
This is Brian Roiger. Perry called him Donald Cerrone, not Cowboy, that night because he didn't show up, says Utrid. Hanging with the boys. Let's see. Send me Darth Bones' address. Okay, thanks. Filthy wants Darth address. George, did you get your fucking wristband? You're the only one that hasn't responded yet if you got it. What the fook? Middays. That's right, Kevin. Kevin, we're here. We're here every Monday because this show is our Monday show. Because Ariel Helwani is doing his thing, well, we decided to go against him. We have more views than fucking MMA Junkie. I mean, we just don't give a fuck over here. But we're trying to catch up to Ariel Helwani. He probably has about 8,000 views right now. But that's all right. We got about 31 people watching. And we're more important than Ariel Helwani. And the reason why we're more important than Ariel Helwani is because of this. This tablet over here. Robin Uli says best show on YouTube.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He's right. He's right. But this over here, we have that, a live chat open for you guys. And our show is called the MMA-Holes Hour. That's right. Right, Conor? Yes, and Ariel can...
Lick my balls.
For all I give a fuck. But yeah, there you go. Yeah. The MMA-Holes Hour, 10/22/17. All right, so let's move along because we are running short on time over here because unlike Ariel's show, we are an hour. We'll be back on Wednesday to do it again. If you haven't liked this video, do it right now. Share this video so we could share the swollenness of the MMA holes. We could infect the world with the MMA holes. So make sure you share these videos. Okay, so let's go to the Googles. All right, so there's two more things I would like to talk about. This over here, we're going to brush quickly on this. Bellator MMA had an event, Bellator 185. I saw Jay Smooth's comment after the fact. I wish I would have saw it at the moment, but he said that this looks like a like a knockoff version of Luke Thomas over here that was fighting Gracie. I kind of see it. So, all right, Heather Hardy. She looks good there, right? She looks fine there. Looked like to be going to a layup fight. They didn't update these stats, but she's 1-1 now. She fought a no-name Christina Williams. And everyone thought that Heather Hardy was just going to cruise to a W. She catches a fucking shin to the mush. And the next thing you know, she looks like this. Fucking Heather Hardy. I reached out to her on Instagram. I was like, Heather, yeah, after your win, I would love to have you to come on. She hasn't even responded because she looks like this now. Crimson Mask. What they call it. The fucking Crimson Mask. Heather Hardy over here. Beautiful here. Smashed up over here. Heather Hardy on Instagram. Who's a real nice girl, by the way. She's from New York. She's a good kid. Let's see. Heather Hardy. Heather the Heat. Hopefully she sees my thing and she responds. But here is an updated. Well, here's her walking around. Like, oh, that sucked. Robin Uli says, Chris, I helped Marcus Surin train and did some pad work with him. That's awesome, man. Good stuff, Robbie. Robbie, keep an eye on that guy, Robin Uli, coming out of FAA, about to make some noise. Everyone check him out. Go subscribe to Robbie. He's going to be doing his thing. We need to get him on the MMA holes. Matt is a cool dude. All right. There you go. That's good shit, man. Cool stuff, man. Like that. So anyway, Heather Hardy over here. She's walking all, she's like, oh, that sucked. And here she goes. She's good. She's good to go. She got, how many stitches she got? She got like about 6 or 7 stitches or some shit like that. Broke her nose, 2 black eyes. But she says she's going to get right back on the saddle and she's going to do it again. I don't know if she's going to be going to Bellator again or if she's going to go back to boxing. She was undefeated in boxing. But where is she going to go? What I want to know right now in the chat room is, what do you guys think? I mean, listen, Heather Hardy has a lot to learn when it comes to mixed martial arts. She can throw, but well, she was a little wild, actually, in Bellator. When you watch her box, it's one thing, but in Bellator, just flailing punches and shit like that, it was just, she looked like she was in panic mode a little bit, and she caught that fucking shin to the face. The kicks, she really didn't have an answer for the kicks. What do you guys think? Should she stay in MMA or go back to boxing, Heather Hardy, or retire? Those are the 3 options. Stay in MMA, go back to boxing, or retire. Let me know. She is 35, I think. So she is 35 years old. So let me know. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. The MMA Holes Live. We got 53 likes. We lost a couple of subs, but fuck them. Fuck those guys and gals. They could get the fuck out of here. We don't want them here. All right. Get Mike Perry on. He keeps liking my posts. It's Filthy George. All right. Well, it's a long story. We had someone reach out. He said he was going to do the show. But I have to speak to my connection to get him on. I'd smash the Steph and kill him. She's too old, says Frank Pavon. I would care if her face and puss was bloody, still hot, says Doug McGuire. Jesus.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Stay in MMA, says Utrid. I wouldn't care if her face. Okay, so that women are tough. Could you have a kid? Neither could I. So it's true. Brian Roger makes a good point. I couldn't pop a kid out of my penis. The hole's too small. My dick's too small. Couldn't fucking fit a kid out of there. So yeah. Heather goes to the kitchen, says Filthy George. I think Darth Bane is a bitch, says Stephen Killen. Mad Samurai says Hardy versus Filthy George. Great fight. There you go. Make it happen, Dana. Brian Rogers says huge flabby ass. Maybe why she lost. I'll fuck her, says DeReal. It's too late for her to have an MMA career, says Mr. Danky. It might be too late. She's 35. It may be. I don't think she should be in MMA, says Robin Uli. Go back to boxing unless they match her up against a non-legit kickboxer. Only bouts, says Kenshiro Ryu. Yeah, I mean, I thought what Bellator did, Bellator's notorious for putting these guys in and gals in with people that they think they could run over. I really think that Bellator thought that she was going to run over this girl. And it backfired. It backfired for her. They're very high on Heather Hardy. And it completely backfired. Let's see. Michael Anzalone says, I think she should go whatever pays better. Now, boxing is known to pay better, but she wants to stay in Bellator, which is really strange. Maybe she is getting a bigger payday. Well, Bellator is a little bit of a bigger pay, I guess, stage for her, where she is fighting. Because with boxing, I would find her on these obscure channels when she was boxing. I'd find her like on MSG Network and shit like that. And Bellator, at least you got her on Spike. Alan Burns says, my wife said I curse more after your show. Oh my God. Alan, I'm sorry. I apologize. We're bad influence over here on the MMA-Holes. Mad Samurai says, filthy. And Alan, does your wife sit through this autism with you? Or do you just sneak over to the side? Because I know a lot of the husbands and boyfriends, they decide to watch us in another room away from their significant other. Like Ann H. is a certain type of woman that can handle this dysfunction. Like a Jessie Belle Hill, strong and swole. Ann H., strong and swole. Marlon Lane, strong and swole. And a couple others that hide in the shadows. But we love you too. There is a special woman that could do it. I'll call in for Mike Perry, nervous as fuck, says Filthy George. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Mike Perry is that fake-ass tough guy, says Kevin the Tack Daddy. Now, all right. There is nothing fake about Mike Perry. Go back and watch his fights in Premier FC and in any other organization he was in. This dude he's for real. I'm telling you right now. Now, if you pair him up against a humper, all right, you pair him up against a humper and a person that runs, Alan Jobam, it's a difficult situation for Mike Perry. But if he's just going to go in there, leg kicks, no leg kicks, just straight up striking, Mike Perry's the shit. If he could, get that takedown defense on point, I mean, Mike Perry, he's better than a lot of people think. He's not huge for 170. He's not a huge guy. I mean, he's muscular, but he's not like tall and lanky and long reach. But Mike Perry hits like a fucking truck, man. And he's got the elbows. He can fucking strike. He may not come across as the smartest man in the world, but Mike Perry can fucking throw. He can throw. So don't count him out. If he ever was to run into Till, it's going to be fireworks. That fight is going to be absolute fireworks. They're not going to the ground. Those two are going to fucking go at it. I would love to see it, but he's got to get past Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio is a very, very tough task. If he runs over Ponzinibbio, I think it's safe to say that Mike Perry is the real deal, right? I think it's safe to say that. 55 likes. Thank you. Lay Off the Smoke special. Mad Samurai says, I would smack the black and mild out of DeReal's mouth. Okay, good. On CNN, Ann is a pussy. She can't handle shit. She banned me yesterday in the chat. Is that true, Stefan? How dare Ann do that? Okay, let's see what else we got over here. She should fight Jessie, says Gary Banjo. So you're saying Jessie Belle Hill versus Heather Hardy. If you guys want to see that fight, Jessie Belle Hill, our moderator, versus Heather Hardy. Hit me with the ones if you want to see that fight. Heather Hardy versus JBH, who needs to get her Instagram going, versus JBH over here. If you want to see that fight, hit me with the ones. There's Heather Hardy there. There she is, looking great. On our MMA Holes flat screen TV on our living room. It's pretty wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes Hour. That's right. We do this every Monday. This is the exact same time as Ariel Helwani. Because we don't give a fuck over here. We like to have a little bit of fun, talk MMA, and just have a little circus action going over here. It's fun. I have a great time doing this. We do 3 shows a week. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll be on this Saturday, so 4 shows a week. I'll be on Kobe Thursday. 5 shows a week. We're constantly going over here, and it's all live stream, so make sure you guys hit that bell after you subscribe. And if you are subscribed already, just smack the bell so you get the alert and you know when we're on. And you can do that. If you're watching on the replay, welcome replay friends. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. Get your opinions in, because even though there's a live chat going on right now, you can get your opinions in here as well in the comment section. So let me know there. I always check. I'll heart and I'll react to what you guys are saying. I basically read everything in the comment section. So make sure you keep that party going over there. Let's talk about one more thing over here, and then we're going to wind this fucker down. All right? Let's talk about this because it's fight week. It is fight week. Another fight week. Every week is fight week on the MMA Holes, it seems, right? So it's fight week. And I'm going to sip some more coffee. Yes. Yes, that's good.
That's it. You're good.
You're gonna wrap one on one shoulder, you're gonna wrap the other on the
Oh my
other
God.
shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking
Oh my God.
army to come take them belts off me.
Craig Lee says,
Chris, I spilled my protein shake while taking my creatine supplement.
uh-oh.
Hey, I once hit my pillow while watching a UFC fight. And smelled a rampage fart. Yeah, I'm a badass. Love to all. I have to go to 1 push-up and shadow box. Eat apples, they grow limbs.
Thank you, Craig Lee, for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There you go. So I hope everything's okay with your protein shake. I hope you bang out those push-ups and you get fucking swole and sexy. I haven't exercised in God knows how long. I'm falling apart. I got to get these stitches out of my head. I was going to go today. I don't know if I'm going to go today or tomorrow. Who knows? But I got to get them out of my head either today or tomorrow. And if you don't know, I do have stitches in the back of my head. 5 of them because I'm a knucklehead. All right, here we go. This is UFC Brazil. It is on Saturday. And guess what, motherfuckers? Guess what? I will be doing a fight, buddies. I will be doing my reaction show for this. So stay tuned for that shit. Alan Burns says, my wife wants to know if fat means what she thinks it means. This?
Fap.
Everyone in the chat, help Alan Byrne from Ireland understand what FAP is.
Fap. Fap.
Everyone FAP for Ireland.
Fap. 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 Fap.
FAP for Ireland. Explain the FAP to Alan's wife.
Fap. 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 Fap.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. And yes, it is what you think it is. It is. It is what you think it is. JBH would murder the cunt. So a lot of people are saying JBH for the win over Heather Hardy. So there you go. All right. Frank says wanking, Alan. There you go. Michael Angelone's fapping. Kenshiro Ryu's fapping. That's right. There's no other MMA show where you could all get together and fap. You know, I encourage it. Dysfunctional to the max over here. Cringe chat, cringe MMA show, and I love it. It's all wonderful, wonderful. Filthy George is dropping in the eggplants over there. So start fapping your eggplants on the MMA Holes. Daryl says I live in Chicago. It's true. All right, here we go. Let's look at this card. I keep on getting sidetracked. 40 watching this wonderful, wonderful show. Welcome, 40 Fooks, to the MMA Holes. We are your other option. There are other shows out there, and we are the other option. Okay, we discussed a lot of things. We just spoke about UFC Poland. We spoke about UFC Bellator 185. We spoke about Conor McGregor running around the cage, getting yelled at. If you missed any of that stuff, you want to hear what I had to say about it, or what any of this chat room said about it, you could always run it back. After the stream is done, run it back from the beginning and check out. This chat room is very, very funny. I can't get to everything. I try to read what I can. But this chat is very, very funny. And the reason why I go back and rewatch is because of these guys in here. So if you want to see that, definitely run it back and check that stuff out. What's up? KMX is in the chat. KMX hears FAP and he comes in the chat.
Fap.
There you go. All right. All right. So let's look at this card. Brazil. Not a bad card for Brazil. This is on FS1. FS2 is the prelims. And then UFC Fight Pass is the pre-prelims. Pre-orgasming. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let's just scroll through here, see what we got. I'm going to see with anything that like super sticks out in my brain. There's a lot of fights on this card. Look at a 6-fight main event. Here we go. Okay, Antonio Carlos Jr., who always reminds me of like a fast food joint. Like I feel like his name is a fast food joint, but I think he's on a little bit of a win streak, if I'm not mistaken. The kid's good. I'm almost positive he won UFC Brazil, the Ultimate Fighter. I think he did win that, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, here we go. 3-fight win streak. All right. Daniel Kelly was a loss, which is crazy. Old man Kelly. Let's see. No contest, Kevin Casey. I know he won. Is this the Ultimate Fighter? I don't remember. Anyway, he's been fighting for a little bit. The guy's on a 3-fight winning streak over here. Here we go. Submission, unanimous decision, submission, and here we go. He's in Brazil, in his hometown. He's fought in Brazil a million times. I mean, it makes sense. He's from Brazil. But he is on the card over here fighting Jack Marshman, who's 22-6-0. Jack Marshman, the Hammer. Let's see what he's got going on here. And he's win-loss-win. All right, so there you go. So that fight's going down. I mean, I think this is going to be a good one. This is that card, guys. This is that card. We say it all the time with these fight nights. UFC Poland, when you look at it as a full card, was a fun card to watch. Look back at those fights. Not many decisions. We had some conclusions. Even the decisions were good fights. So this is the same thing, guys. We're going to be in for the same type of deal over here. Oh, man, Price is back as well. The hybrid versus Vicente Luque. All right, so here we go. Wow, Vincent Price is going to be an interesting one. Luque, I think, is on a winning streak as well. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Oh, he was on a winning streak. What was his last one over here? Lost to Edwards in a decision, but he rattled 4 wins in a row, looking to bounce back here. All right, so here we go. Luque is fighting Price. Now, Price, keep your eye on this creepy motherfucker with the man bun. This guy over here is undefeated. He has not lost. He has an undefeated face, and he is headlining the prelims over here. Check out his statisticals. Win, no contest win. He has not lost. All right. So interesting to see what happens with Nico Price. Performance of the night, round 1 against Alan Joban. Did he, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he come in on short notice for this fight? I can't remember. I can't recall. There's so many fucking fights. But I do remember him fucking up Joban, getting a performance in the night. Big win for Nico Price over here. And I'm very happy that he beat up Joban because I am not a huge Joban fan. Just doesn't do it for me. Whole card is full of Mexicans, says Kenshiro Ryu. All right, and then you can just run through this real quick. Lineker, we haven't seen him in a little bit. Lineker's always in a war, so that's why I like watching Lineker fight. Let's see. Thiago Santos versus Hermanson. Miller's back as well versus Francisco Trinaldo. This is a good one here. I'm down with this fight. 2 veterans going at it, smacking the shit out of each other. Font versus Munoz. Nice one with the little guys. Covington versus Maia. How about that? Slipping through the cracks. Damian Maia is coming back. Damian the backpack, the Brazilian backpack Maia is coming back versus Colby Covington, number 8 versus number 3. Big fight for Colby Covington. Looking forward to this fight. Really, really looking forward. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck I'm going to pick in this fight. Covington's fucking rising up. Damian Maia is just consistently good. You know, he's had his little stumble with Woodley. You know, it is what it is. But he's coming back. Damian Maia coming back against Colby Covington. And then we have the return of the Dragon. Lyoto Machida versus Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson's got fire in his hands. Lyoto Machida off of that little suspension. Lyoto Machida is the Dragon. And he's coming back. Coming back to the UFC. I love watching Lyoto fight. He's so quirky and weird with his style. And he's fighting Derek Brunson. Good fight. Good, solid fight. Solid card for him. Fight night. Not a pay-per-view card, of course. Joban equals cunt, says Frank.
You're gonna wrap one on one shoulder.
Joban's right.
Wrap the other on the other shoulder.
Right. Joban
and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Says.
Chris, we want to wish KMX good luck. He is prison bound. Do not drop the soap. I hope you have learned your lesson. No means no. You can't do that to women. And by do that, stop peeing on the women you rape. It's wrong. Greater than good luck. You will someone's bitch for sure.
Wow, KMX going to prison. Oh my God. Oh my God. KMX is going to prison. KMX in the chat. Everyone wish KMX well in prison. Do not drop that soap. It never ends well. So don't do that. But KMX, I hope you're okay. Thank you, Craig Lee, for the donation. Maya is a warrior, Brian Roger. Maya is a warrior. Rest in peace, KMX is Filthy George. In prison, you're going to have to do a lot of this.
Fap.
You're going to have to do a lot of this in
Fap.
prison because it gets ugly over there, right? Yeah, I would like to know what KMX did too. What did KMX do to earn himself the bars, the jail cell clothing, the stripes? I don't know. KMX, poor guy, is going to prison. So here's your card over here. False rape like Harvey Weinstein, says Kenshiro Ryu. Craig Lee doing the sniping this morning. Yeah, that's right. Craig Lee sitting back and just fucking picking off. He's picking off the chat. Craig Lee's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Why is he going to prison? Jake Patrol, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but if he is going to prison, it's a sad day for the MMA-Holes. We're still missing some OG MMA-Holes, and I hope, I don't know what happened, but Jesus, Israeli Jesus Christ is still nowhere to be found. So if anyone has seen Jesus Christ, let me know, man. Hit me on social media at the MMA-Holes. I hope he's okay. Jesus Christ and Mexican Deicide, two people that were like staples of this chat room that were from the very, very beginning and have vanished mysteriously. I really hope they're okay. So if anyone has heard what's going on, let me know. KMX says, all right, on a serious note, I'm not. Okay, so there you go. KMX has debunked the rumors. All right, guys. So that is pretty much that. We ran through another. Get 2 more likes in there. Get me to 60 on this Monday afternoon. If you like these Monday shows, these Monday afternoon shows at 1 p.m. Eastern time, hit me with the ones in the chat if you want to keep this thing going on Mondays. Because so far, I think this is the 4th time we've done this. And it's fun. It's fucking fun, man. I have a good time doing this shit. And let's see what we got over here. This is, how many times? Yeah, it's the 4th one in a row. So that is pretty much that. We ran through another. Get 2 more likes in there. Guys. Get me to 60 on this Monday. Shut up, Chris. Shut up. I'm trying to do a show over here, for God's sakes. For fuck's sake. Anyway, we used to do a show at 12 p.m. It was before Ariel Hawani. We did their pre-show to fuck around with them. I got shut down by Vox at one point because they didn't like the logo that I was using. So I decided to do a pre-show. And then I decided, if you can't beat them, beat them. So do it at exactly the same fucking time. So we go on Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And Ariel does have Darren Till on today. So I'm going to shut it down so you guys can see Till if you haven't seen it. Go check out Ariel's show over there to see Till and see what he has to say. But I think this is good. We have 33, man. We've been fucking floating between 30 and 40 watching. And this is actually pretty good for a Monday afternoon. I'm very happy to see all you guys hanging out with us, hanging with the boys. It kind of works. I think it balances out the week too because Wednesdays we go on at night and Fridays is basically a flip-flop. It could be a Fight Buddies mixed in with a fucking chill hangout. Fridays is just one of them hangout, chill shows. And then Saturdays we have our Fight Buddies because there's been every weekend has been fights on Saturdays. So I think it works out well. So hit me with the ones and let me know. I'm going to take a couple more comments. I'm going to open up the phone lines on Wednesday. Mondays, I mean, we just run through this shit. So we don't really have a lot of time to do the phone lines, but I will take phone calls on Wednesday. We do our Wednesday show 9 p.m. Eastern time. Craig Lee says, yes, I like it. King's Your Mother's Ring says. Frank Pavon says, keep doing it. Dude, I'm legit going to spend my life in prison. I don't have a good defense, says KMX.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Jessie says, yes, keep doing it. But if only if you go for 4 hours to really compete with Ariel's shitty, boring show. Brian, hey, you never know. Baby steps. The MMA hour used to be an hour. The MMA-Holes hour, we're going to look back and say, hey, remember when that was an hour? We're going to look back. But as of now, it's going to be an hour. Darren Till is an animal, says Jake Troy. Alan Burns says, my wife said I'm not getting near her MMA-Holes tonight and I can fap all I want.
Fap.
Wait, so she's not going to let you near her MMA hole tonight. This is sad. Oh, my God. Alan Byrne. Alan Byrne's wife. For the love of God, when this stream shuts down, I need you to do me and this chat room a favor. I want you to slowly lower your pants and give your MMA hole to poor Alan. He's done nothing but good things for you. He's your husband, and you should give yourself to him immediately when we shut down. Everyone in the chat, help me convince Alan Burns' wife to reveal her MMA hole to Alan right now. It's a sad day.
What you doing on me?
Not anymore.
1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 4. Jessie's got her tits showing, lying down 69. Tits showing. Jessie's got her tits showing, lying down
69. Dog his tits showing.
Lying down with my tits in the air.
Jesse Belle Hill.
Doesn't fucking care. Where is my dog? It's time to make out. Shove that dog tongue right in my mouth. Jessie's got her tits showing, lying down
69 tits showing.
Jessie's got her tits showing, lying down 69.
Dog his tits showing.
Jessie's got her tits showing, lying down 69. Tits showing. Jessie's got her tits showing,
Lying down 69. Dog his tits showing. There you go. Now Frank Pavon, Mr. Clutch, jumps in and helps out Alan. If you can't have your wife's MMA hole, you can have Jesse's tits.
FAP.
There you go. Our moderator of the show. There you go. There's Jessie making out with her dogs, and she is wonderful, wonderful. Go subscribe to Jessie Belle Hill. She is our moderator in the chat. Jessie says, love you, Frank. Beep. What the fuck did KMX do? Well, we'll find out on the Wednesday show if KMX is going to survive. But in the comment section down below, let me know what you think about this fight card that's coming up. Brunson versus Machida. The Dragon is back. Are you pumped? Are you not pumped? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Thank you, Frank Pavon. Thank you, Craig Lee. Thank you, MMA-Holes, for showing up. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, and all the wonderful, wonderful fooks of the MMA-Holes. Make sure you share this shit around the world. Excuse me. What the fuck's wrong with my voice? Make sure you share this show around the world, because that's the only way we're going to be seen is if you take this and you put it on your social media. I'm going to the post office, and I'm going to send out some wristbands to some wonderful, wonderful fooks inside this chat. If you are not getting a wristband, no worries. I will be doing meetups. I'll be in Rhode Island Friday for CES. So if you're on the Rhode Island area, CES 46, I will be in Rhode Island. So let's fucking meet up. I'll bring some wristbands, and you got a wristband. MSG, UFC 217. I will be outside the weigh-ins and the actual event, UFC 217. But the weigh-ins, November 3rd, we're going to be doing a meetup. I'm going to be giving out wristbands. I'm going to be interviewing people, having some fun out there, and then we're going to hit up a bar. I'll see you there. You have an opportunity to get it then. And November 11th, I'll be doing the cage interviews for Premier FC 24. That's right. And that is in Massachusetts. Okay. All on the East Coast. Eventually, we will be migrating over to the West Coast. So that will be happening soon. And then once that happens, we'll be traveling around the world. The MMA-Holes will be traveling around the whole fucking world. That's right. It's wonderful, wonderful. I'll see you guys on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Jessie Belle Hill will be doing the after show, and it is wonderful, wonderful. Everyone take your dicks out. Thank you for watching, and always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.
FAP.